Hi, my name is David Rosales, and I'm the pastor of Calvary Chapel of the Chino Valley, California. Our lives are filled with days that will always hold special meaning for us. We remember so many things and we celebrate so many special occasions. We celebrate birthdays, our own as well as the birthdays of those whom we know and we love. We celebrate holidays when we're allowed to and can enjoy the gathering together of friends and family over a Thanksgiving meal, a Christmas celebration, or a brand new year. We celebrate wedding anniversaries and can even celebrate and remember the day that we came to faith in Jesus Christ. For me, it was December 27th, 1970, and for the last 50 years, I've celebrated that day with joy, knowing that on that day I gave my life to Jesus Christ, and I never went back to my old way of living. Anniversaries are special, and some days in our lives take on a greater meaning as the years pass by. Some of the days we observe are remembered with joy, and others that we observe are more somber and can even be a bit sorrowful. Yesterday, on February 15th, I observed such a day because 20 years ago, my father went home to be with Jesus. I loved my father very much, and when he went to be with the Lord, it came at a time when I was unprepared. As far as I knew, he had always enjoyed good health, so when he had the heart attack that became his ticket to heaven, I was completely surprised. We received a call early in the morning. My mom was on the line. With a calm voice, she told me that my father had suffered a heart attack and had been taken to a local hospital. To be honest, I really wasn't too concerned at the moment, in that my father had been in fairly good health, and I thought that he would definitely recover very quickly. Marie and I got into our car, and we made our way to the hospital to visit my dad, expecting the visit to be very short and also expecting him to be released quickly with a clean bill of health. Things don't always go the way you think they will, and a few short days later, my dad went home to be with Jesus. I still remember vividly driving up the driveway at my parents' home the night after my dad died. As I exited my car, I could see in the shadows the outline of my older brother Frank as he made his way to my car. Together, quietly, he and I stood looking at my father's home, each lost in personal emotions and memories. Quietly, my brother said to me, before Dad died, he told me that in his bedroom closet, he had a green tin box with all of his important papers in them. Well, immediately I thought how much that was like my dad. He kept important things in special places in case he needed to get to them quickly. Now, I thought my dad would have his financial documents or insurance papers, the title to his house, things like that in that little green tin box. These would be the important things in his life. But my brother Frank said, I found the tin box. I had to open it. Do you know what he had in it? When he asked that question, I just looked at him, waiting for his answer. He said it had our elementary school pictures, report cards from when we were children, pictures of us when we were 6 or 7 years old, some homemade Father's Day cards, newspaper clippings of when you, David, went into the Army, your baptismal certificate, and his wedding license. These little things, so insignificant to me, were in reality the treasures of my dad's life. No stocks, no bonds, no insurance documents, no deed to the house. His treasures were his memories. His most important papers, locked in a little green box, pertained to his long ago grown-up babies. The other things mentioned were stored in an old cardboard shoebox, but these were preserved in a fireproof tin container. I came to call that small tin container my dad's treasure box. You see, in his death, he taught me the value of life and what true treasures really are. His true treasure was his faith in Jesus, his wife, his children, his grandchildren. In the Gospel of Luke, chapter 12, verse 34, Jesus said, for where your treasure is, there your heart will be also. What is important to you today? What is it that you are storing up for the future? Where is your heart? What is your treasure? I pray that your treasure is stored up in heaven, where neither moth nor rust destroys, and where thieves do not break in and steal. For where your treasure is, there your heart will be also. This is David Rosales, pastor of Calvary Chapel of the Chino Valley, California.